Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell on your afternoon drive. Hopefully you're having a dry one. I know there's some sporadic thunderstorms out there. Please be safe on the highways. Usually after it's been hot, those roads get a little bit slick with just a little bit of rain. So please be safe out there. Ben is now back.
I had to run to get the results.
Who we had.
Well, you didn't need to go get those.
No, but honestly, though, when I see something and I actually did well or get one right, it's just like I aced the test.
So true, so true. And you're probably worrying about college football over the weekend.
I was, because they went over the pond and they were playing in Glasgow, Scotland, which is where my brother was stationed in the Navy. Ireland, excuse me. And, Georgia Tech took down Florida State.
I think I may have been wrong about the grass length situation. It didn't really slow down the running game like I expected. The under, I do believe, hit is at 45.5, right on the number at 45. Now, who we had, gentlemen, our favorite segment on Mondays.
Who did we have?
And I had to run to the office because we were out at the Dream Ride on Friday, Kurt. Now, this is the initial excuse I have for myself on any kind of results that don't go my way.
Yeah.
Sun was in our eyes.
Oh, okay.
Very bad sun was in our eyes. It was such a beautiful day out there at the Farmington Polo Club.
It was 85, and I had black long pants on.
We could not see our screens of our computers the whole entire show.
We didn't use our computers.
We totally didn't use it, so the intel was at a 0, not a minimum, a 0. So, yeah, that's my excuse before we even get started with who we have.
So that's where the expectations are starting. You're already couching already. You haven't even started.
Right. The sports knowledge and the sports gambling knowledge evaporates when sun is in your eyes.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people worry about outfield or punt returners. No, it's the sports gambler. When the sun is in the eyes, you can't think. Can't think straight. Who we had, a Monday segment we do every single week when we let our listeners know our picks from the weekend, unlike these other shows. And we had a lot of picks for the weekend. It was chock full of sports as we do get college football started over there in Ireland. 10.5 was the spread, minus 10.5 Florida State. Dibs and I said, give us them points all day, and Dibs, we didn't even need them.
No.
Yellow Jackets outright, 24-21. Kurt goes down in the first one.
People at Georgia Tech are very smart.
Very smart. They outsmarted them, Kurt. Even though there was a really cool fake PAT to start the college football season that kind of outsmarted Georgia Tech a little bit. The old swinging gate worked. I always say, if you're going to run a fake, first opportunity of the year is the best place to do it. Even though they were up 8-0, it didn't finish off in the end as they get the loss. Kurt with the obscure picks, not so much the football picks. 0 for 1 for you. Dibs and I get it right.
Right, one on our side of the docket.
One on our side of the docket, and the winning continues for Dibs. Also for Kurt, not for me. For some reason, I took those Bean Eaters in Boston to have a successful weekend. Totally wrong about that. The Diamondbacks skunked them, right? Yeah, swept them.
Brought in the broom.
Oh, you stink! Red Sox, I thought we were on the same wavelength here. I thought we were all thinking wild card, all thinking wins, but Diamondbacks.
I'd like to know the record since they re-signed Rich Hill to the minor leagues. By the way, Rich Hill pitched his butt off in his first time.
I don't think he's the issue, right?
No,
I think it's the run scoring more than anything.
Red Sox have been playing
They
some bad
skunked
defense
one day.
as well.
Friday they didn't score a run.
No.
Yeah, bad defense as well. Not helping out the
4-1,
pitching.
12-2.
Now, it was you two who picked right. The question was Yankees, Mets, Red Sox. Who gets more wins on the weekend? Red Sox with 0, Mets with 1, Yankees with 2.
Versus those Rockies.
Dibs gets it right as he's the baseball guy. You should be getting it right. And Kurt, you were along with Dibs. And
I'm sick to my stomach.
He
That's correct.
rarely goes on on my bus.
Right, especially rarely goes against his Red Sox unless he wants them to win. Therefore, he won't pick them because he feels he's the bad luck charm for the Red Sox.
Not this weekend.
Yeah, it's all
It
over the
did
road.
not work this way for Kurt this weekend. Off to the W, shall we? I was worried about our Connecticut Sun boys as they were playing a back-to-back Friday at home, and then Saturday was the game we picked as they went on the road to the New York Liberty. Woo-hoo! Kurt picked the Libs. It was Dibs and I who went with our Sun. Woo!
Stay with
Correct!
the CT
Dibs 3 for 3 right now.
Double.
Dewana Bonner had 15 rebounds?
12 rebounds, 10 points.
It was...
And Stewie was 15-15.
15 rebounds,
Yeah,
15 points.
She's worn out from rebounding.
I think 4 players are in double figures, maybe 5 players are in double figures for the Sun. Marina Mabry, who has just been brought over in a trade before the All-Star break, has been kicking butt. She was 2 for 5 from 3, also in double figures. Plus, her stat line, man, includes rebounds, assists,
15,
blocks,
15
steals.
points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal.
She's doing great. Great
all over the place.
acquisition. Great acquisition. She's fitting right in. She's starting fights just like the rest of our Sun. And it was our friend Dejanay Carrington, friend of the show, my favorite Sun. D got snippy with somebody who pushed her right in the waist as she was getting hounded, got a foul called on her, and D wasn't having it. Dropped the ball in her lap as she calmly walked away because that stuff is too small for her to even pretend like she cares. Dejanay. Oh, Dejanay. My fave. Sun win, Liberty lose.
Nelson Adota threw in a dozen points.
Olivia Nelson-Adota has been huge off the bench. In that game, yeah, she had 10, right? Or 12? 12?
Yep.
Another double-figure
The
Sun
bench
player.
had 29 points.
Very
Well done.
evenly distributed. Sabrina Ionescu gets a tech in that game.
Because they don't think they should get beat by the
They
Sun.
totally fell apart at the end. There were 3 technical foul shots at the end for Sun. Unfortunately, we missed every single one of them.
They had a whole 6 points off their bench.
We need to start making our free throws, and less missed layups would be really good. That would be the better thing. But we're kicking butt. Sun are on fire, and that win was big.
That's what? 3 in a row for me.
You're 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah,
Oh, pump the brakes, though. You do have one of...
I picked Texas.
Yeah, you did pick Texas. Little League World Series was the next pick, boys. Dibs with Texas as they went down and had to play the consolation game against my Venezuelan kids. That was not the championship game. It was Florida versus Kurt's Japanese or Chinese Taipei team. The Taiwan kids, and
Forgot their fundamentals on the last play.
Kurt was
Last
right
play.
there until the end. None of us picked Florida, who ended up being the champs. Now, this is where I blame the Sun. I couldn't see who the American teams were over there on that side of the
Honestly,
bracket.
I couldn't either.
You
I
knew
just-
that Texas
I knew
was in
Texas
it.
was in it. I didn't know Florida.
If we were able to see, I think I still would have picked Venezuela. Such a fun tournament, man. This was one of my fave tournaments.
But it always ends in tears, which breaks my
I know.
heart. But we did console them.
Those umpires, Bob Joyce, get that strike zone together. Same pitch, same location, ball strike to different teams. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
A lot of pointless replay too. Here's the two
Long
things.
Got to get rid of
Yeah.
replay in Little League. That's
Two
just
things I hated
insanity.
about the Little League World Series. And it has nothing to do with the kids. It's the stupid adults. Replays, don't need them. Never did. If you get screwed by the ump, put it into the Dems de Breaks file.
You're 12.
The other
Move
thing
on.
is, second base, extra innings, ghost runner. What the
It's
heck
trash.
are we doing? With,
Championship playoff game should never end that way.
we going to do pitcher's hand next year? Come on, adults, get it together. None of us got it right in the Little League World Series. Moving to the BMW Championship. Let's go to the golf course, shall we?
Oh, Ben gave me the winning pick.
I gave you the winning pick. I don't know why.
That's 4 out of 5.
At the
Dibs is on
end, I
fire.
gave you the winning pick. You did not know of this
I
leaderboard.
did
Again, the
didn't have a
sun.
computer.
The sun. The sun
I
was
had no
blinding
idea it
us.
was in the BMW, but I did know Matsuyama was not because he bailed after the first day.
So I was going based off of the hotness of my daily fantasy golf team, which was on fire on Friday. Not so much on Sunday. On fire on Friday. Now, Kurt took one of his favorite Canadians, the corny man, Corey Connors. And I swear, Kurt, as soon as you made that pick, just like every week,
Like a stone.
bogey, bogey, bogey.
Dropped
His
like a
Saturday and
stone.
Sunday.
Yeah. 22nd.
He was
Tied
in
for
fifth at the
22nd.
time.
Yeah.
You picked him. He was in fifth.
Yeah. I was optimistic then.
Sorry about
Saturday
that,
and
Mr.
Sunday,
Connors.
he had 73 and 73.
Now, my guy, I was really banking on. I thought he had a good weekend. I'm happy for him. He takes home some change. Sanjay, bloody Sanjay Im was good until he wasn't. He was good until he wasn't. And Dibbs was like, who's in second right now?
No, who's your second pick?
Who is my second
Who's
pick?
your
Right,
second
right.
pick?
And I was like, well, Keegan Bradley's doing good.
Maple syrup.
Old Keegy,
Yep.
you know, maple syrup. You're like, fine, I'll take that guy.
I'll take maple syrup. He won the Travelers.
Dibbs is hot again. What a weekend for the Dibster, man. What a weekend. Yes, Keegan Bradley. Happy for this guy.
And what did I tell you about the Travers when we were leaving? Fierceness.
You did.
Fierceness.
You did.
And you put it into your parlay, right?
So Travers was the last pick we played, the big horse race. Some call it the fourth part of the Triple Crown, which that doesn't make any sense.
That's the way our show is.
47,000 were on hand to watch the big race. Yes, it was Fierceness who outlegged Torpedo Anna. Torpedo
The Philly.
Anna. The Philly messed
Which
up
you like the
everybody's
Philly.
ticket. I liked her, but I didn't like her, you know? Dibbs.
I like Fierceness. It had 5 wins.
Well, you first like Dornick, old Jason
Wow, I
Worth,
really
your
did
buddy.
that
Yeah,
kinda
major leaguers got to stick together.
I'm like
I
Kurt.
guess.
Whoever I pick is because I don't want them really to win.
Dornick was the fourth place spot, did not finish in the money, but a great season so
and
far.
Jason Worth still looked great.
I look
didn't
like a
see him.
swamp monster still. Yes, it was a well-dressed swamp monster as he is looking these days.
Maybe he'll change it up, get a haircut, and trim the beard.
Probably will see Dornick in the Breeders' Cup Championship.
I
so.
really love it. I know you're a multimillionaire. Get rid of the hat.
I was a Sierra Leone fan, and Sierra Leone ended up third in the race. It was Fierceness as Dibbs' second pick. We did write it down and circled it, and I said, I'm going
You're
to
gonna put money on
the
it.
super in for all of our picks. Dibbs is Dornick, along with Fierceness, my Sierra Leone, and Kurt's Unmatched Wisdom.
Match come in.
Kurt's Unmatched Wisdom might still be running.
Kurt's stupidity.
That
No, it's not.
took us all down. Now, the money really was Torpedo Anna. She came in as not a serious long shot, but long shot nonetheless. And Torpedo Anna, the filly, I'm saying Fierceness barely beat Torpedo Anna. She could have totally wrecked everyone's ticket. She did anyway. Most people. I don't know many people who had Torpedo Anna. Following Fierceness, which that exacta for $1 runs you
But
right
it was
around
close.
$30.
When it's by a head or a nose, that's fun.
A 10-cent super is only paying like $13, fellas. So $1 would only want us 130. So we didn't lose. We lost, but we didn't not win a bunch of money. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Kind of.
We won, but we didn't win big money.
Au contraire, mon frères, you think it's over, but it's not. We did have one more, or actually two more picks on the docket. The game of games in preseason, none of it really matters except for one game, and that is Giants versus Jets. Every single year, whoever wins that game will has a success.
Bragging rights for New
Bragging
York
rights for a
and New
full
Jersey.
year, and the losing team has to shave all those feral cats that they find in the Meadowlands. Unfortunately, the Giants are shaving the cats, and the Jets might have a good season as it's a 10-6 final.
We keep telling you to
Apologies.
take the under, though. On this
Right,
game.
we did tell you to take the under. Apologies to anyone who actually watched. Kurt had the Jets. Dibbs and I were rolling with the G-Men.
Wow.
Now, Dibbs did have a secondary bet. He took the under on Tommy DeVito having over 150 yards. You were correct,
And he
sir.
played the whole game, by the way.
14 of 27. Now, listen to this. 103 actual passing yards in the air. Bob, you should listen to this next part. 8 sacks
Minus 47.
A loss of 47 gives you a grand total
150.
56
I know. Oh, 56.
total passing yards. Tommy DeVito. But he does have his feet solid in that third string role. Jets
He
win.
does the dirty job nobody wants to do, which is the final preseason game. Go out there and suck it up. Buttercup.
Totally agree with
Again,
that.
no Aaron Rodgers. Street clothes Aaron.
Street clothes Aaron.
So now, hold your breath, Jet fans.
It's crazy that in the last 2 years, Anthony Davis has played significantly more than Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
he's
Well, I mean,
probably
75
the street
seconds
clothes.
last year for Rodgers. Made what, 50
Right.
million?
Street clothes Rodgers until I see him in pads. Old street clothes. Good luck on Sunday. Well, we got to wait a full weekend,
Yeah.
and then we get back to football. But Dibs, great weekend
Thank
for
you.
you. Red hot Dibs.
you.
Running that red hot stuff. So be following Mr.
Maybe
Dibble
I'll
this
buy
next
a
weekend.
lottery card. The lottery.
Yeah,
ticket
go out
this
and buy a
week.
scratch off. You're hot.
I'm hot. Tell my wife. We'll come back and do the Daily Pickle on your afternoon drive. Rob, Ben, Kurt, John, Bob Joyce is in here with us. We'll be right back.